It's Transformers96 here with another review. This time we have Captain America the Winter Soldier, Marvel Universe Infinite Series, Agents of Hydra, the Hydra Soldier, so yes. So here you go. So obviously here's the box. I've went over it about a million times in Captain America and Spider-Man reviews. Really big fan of the box. I really think that it looks quite nice, and I'm looking forward to seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy interpretation of it with the purple highlights. And on the back here you go. I don't really know what you call these, if they'd be called variants or running changes, or just whatever. Basically, there's just as good of a chance to find either of them. There isn't one that's harder to find than the other, and they were both released at the exact same time, so, these are just basically two different figures that share the same packaging. But you do have Red Skull and the Hydra Soldier. Reviewing the Hydra Soldier today, obviously. You get a really small bio of the Hydra Soldier, nothing special. You get the other figures. I have them all, and I've reviewed some of them, but I will be reviewing them all because the Captain America is almost out. I wanted to wait a little bit to review some of them so that I can review it right when the Captain America is coming out. And then here's the Build-A-Figure Mandroid. Really excited to build that Build-A-Figure. And then Black Widow, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier have Captain America and Winter Soldier. Cannot find Black Widow, just like every other collector out there. I have a Mandroid complete without a body, and just need that one figure to get the body. So here you go. So obviously here's the Hydra Soldier. Got him in a little pose here. This is actually a pose that I really do like. I think it looks quite nice. For me, this Hydra Soldier figure was just the most disappointing. Well, not quite disappointing, but just the least interesting of the of Series 1. I got all of Series 1 at the same time, and when I got them all back, I opened them all up, and I just, there was some that I posed more than others, just some that I just took out and put on the shelf, and that would be this guy. This guy really got taken out of the package and put on the shelf. He wasn't that interesting, which is a shame, because I'm a big Hydra fan, too. It's not like I don't care about Hydra. I really do like the Hydra organization, and I'm a big Hydra fan, so it was a shame to do that, but just, this figure never got me excited to pose. I never wanted to take him off the shelf and do anything with him, so he just stayed there until I took him down to do this review. So that's when I put him in a pose to start this review, and I was like, hey, I do kind of like this figure, this pose at least. I think that it actually looks quite nice. So yeah, but before we go into the actual figure, let's go over his accessories. First of all, he comes with this gun, kind of like a sniper. It is kind of bent here, which is a shame. It is slightly rubber plastic at the end here, but hard plastic in the middle, and a little bit of rubber plastic at the end. You get the dark green, which looks nice, with a really light green, like a cream green, and some brown, and a brown highlight right here. I would have preferred that this is like yellow or something, because there's some yellow dots on this thing, and just the brown comes kind of out of nowhere, but nothing too bad. The paint isn't wacky, which I really do like. It's not like it's bright red, and like the Winter Soldier comes with the same gun. I like these colors a little bit better. They're a little bit more realistic, so I kind of like that. This gun follows the same guidelines as far as colors. A little bit different. You got a nice Hydra symbol right there. Looks great. I really do enjoy this gun. I think it looks pretty neat, and is quite interesting, I have to say. So let's just get him out of this pose, although I think when I'm done with this review, I'm going to put him straight back into it, because it looks quite nice. But anyway, here, the way that he holds this gun is kind of like a smaller gun, is like attached to a bigger gun. Very strange, but still quite cool, and does work. I like the stock, and I think it looks nice. I mean, this gun's kind of worthless to me, but this gun is pretty decent. So here's the Hydra figure, or Hydra Soldier, all straightened out, and here he is. This is kind of why I never thought that he was too special, is because he looks quite plain. I mean, there's not much to him. He's got like a basic a green body with some yellow paint, and then a few harnesses that are strapped on that don't do anything. They're not too special, but they're there. And then you get this head, which is fine, but there's not much emotion in the face, not too crazy, and just nothing really going on here. So I find him rather plain looking, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because the thing is, like, maybe on his own he'd be a decent figure, but with this entire series, the others are a lot more interesting and a lot cooler, which just leaves this guy kind of in the dust, because there's not much going on with him. The body is, really nice looking. Sorry about that, I heard a weird noise, just my cat, so yeah. But anyway, the body is, you know, it looks nice. I like the proportions, very skinny but muscular and very nice. But the thing is, it's a body that we've seen a lot before. I'm not sure where this sculpt originated, but it's been used, you know, quite a lot. And it is a nice sculpt, but it just, you know, is kind of plain now, which is a shame. The head sculpt is nice. I mean, it's sculpted well. You got the big red beady eyes and the face kind of almost like frowning. He looks serious, angry serious type of thing, which is you know, looks fine. You got the harness there, which is like a bright yellow with this silver and black Hydra symbol emblem, which looks good. The pouches, I wish that the pouches like had some silver on the buckles and stuff. On this buckle for his belt, it does have silver, which is nice. And then, you know, that's it. There's not too much to say about him, which is a shame. He's a rather plain figure, and maybe if like you're the type of person that doesn't, you know, buy a lot of toys, but you buy this one, he might be really cool to you because, you know, it's stuff for the first time. But for a lot of us, there's not too much new stuff or much going on here. So yeah, as far as articulation, it's quite good. He's got a ball hinge neck, which allows him to look up quite far, look down quite far, and then swivel, of course. You got ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, double hinge elbows, swivel hinge wrists, ab crunch, which doesn't go like back too far, but does go forward quite a bit. You got a swivel waist, ball jointed hips, swivel thighs, double hinge knees, swiveling at the calf, you know, kind of like at the boot, and then the hinge pivoting ankles. So overall, articulation is quite good, but that's another thing that's like, well, you know, who cares? Because this is the standard of articulation for this series of figures, which is nice. It's nice to have a series of figures that have such a high standard of articulation, but the point is, everybody else has this good of articulation, so it's like, you know, what makes you want to get this guy over the others? And that's just one of those things that if you buy this, you're going to be buying it for the character and not so much for the figure, because there's not too much going on here. Here he is with Red Skull. I do think he looks fairly decent. I think that Red Skull looks a little bit more realistic, although he's having trouble standing. I think that Red Skull has a very realistic look, and considering that this figure was made for a movie toy and now has been tweaked to be Red Skull, it makes sense. Oh gosh. Although he can't stand yeah, I mean, it's a good looking mold, but not quite functional. This is very annoying. Alright. And now the Hydra soldier won't stand, right? There we go. Okay, finally. Alright, so what I'm trying to say is, this Red Skull has a very realistic look to him, and this Hydra soldier has a rather comic-y look to him. Not super comic-y, I mean, he's not this extreme, but he does have a more, like, a more modern comic-y look. That's what I mean to say here. He, you know, I don't think that they look great together. I don't think you go, oh, well, that they definitely need to go together. I think that the one, you know, looks rather different as far as the way that it's designed. And yeah, so I think that this Red Skull and the Hydra Soldier just don't fit super well together, which is just another reason that you don't need this figure. It's not like this one, you know, you need to get him if you have the Red Skull. No, not really. If you have the Red Skull, you know, it's kind of nice to get this one, but definitely not 100% needed. So yeah, so overall, that's my review. I mean, it's a good standalone figure, but when you compare him to the Wave, there's lots of other figures that are better. And even if you want a similar type of character, as far as the soldier, the AIM soldier is much better than this guy. So, you know, there's just, if you want, the only way to get this is if you're a Hydra soldier fan, and you definitely want like an army of Hydras or something, then this is definitely one to get. But if not, it's not super worth it, as well as, some of the paint on the face is a little smudged. It's not too bad though, so I just thought I'd point that out before I leave here. But overall, a decent figure, not great when you compare him to the Wave. Lots of other better figures, but if you want to build Mandroid, then, you know, get him, and, you know, you'll be happy with him. He's kind of fun, and especially if you like the soldiers. So there you go. That's my review of the Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Marvel Universe, Agents of Hydra, Hydra Soldier. Thank you so much for watching.